Hello, hello. How is everyone today? I hope everyone is well on this lovely Sunday or whenever you're watching in the world. I hope you guys enjoyed my wobbly look at our walk last night. It was quite wobbly. I apologize. I didn't get to watch the whole thing back, but I watched a bit of it, and I'm like, I'm probably getting everyone drunk. Like, I have scoliosis. Sometimes I wobble when I walk. It's not terrible, but like, I'm not a straight walker. I'm a bit of a wobble. Sorry. Ugh, I look like a hot freaking mess today. Sorry, y'all. But I'm not sorry. Because I ain't got nobody to impress today. Take me for what I am. I am kind of sad, y'all. Today's day 28. I only have 2 days left. I'm sad. But that doesn't mean it has to be over, right? I won't be using a different deck every day. But I'm going to try to continue every day or at least every other day to keep up with you guys because I've had a great 28 days so far. It's been a blast. So thank you for sticking around with me, and I hope you stick around with me for the next couple days. Oh my God, though, welcome to everyone new. It's gotta be Becca. That is sending all these people here. She mentioned me the other day in one of her videos, and she couldn't remember why. But she did mention me, and I've been getting so many new followers. So welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Becca, for just being you. Yeah, so full moon energy tonight. Feeling magical. I was trying to describe it to somebody a while ago, and I was like, you know what it feels like? This new moon feels like this. That's what it feels. It feels like this. Magic. That's the best way to describe it. Like, I feel the tingles in this new moon energy, and I'm really pumped about that because I do the basics when it comes to new and full moon rituals. I manifested the new moon. I release at, yeah, did I say that right? I manifested the new moon. I released at the full moon. I don't know if I said that right the first time, but that's what I do. So I keep it kind of basic, and I rearrange my altar a bit, unless I'm doing some extended magic, or manifesting or whatever I'm doing. But I usually alter my space a little bit. I try to do some sort of creative magic that will go along with what I'm releasing or what I'm manifesting. Because I feel like if you put something out there, if you create something tangible, for me, it makes it feel more real. It makes it, like, I just feel like I put more energy out with it. When I do something creative with it. And it could be as simple as doing a knot, you know? Some people call it, what do they call it? Maybe like a witch's ladder, where you like make a braid and like knot things in it. Sometimes I'll actually make a bracelet or an anklet with colored thread that will go with what I'm trying to release or manifest, and I will make it, and then I'll tie it around my ankle or my wrist, and I wear it until it falls off. Matter of fact, one of mine fell out recently. It's in my grimoire, the part that fell off, and I just stitched it in there. Like, this was my first one. Here's a few things that I would do differently. Be more specific in some areas. Try to, focus on one thing and not more than one thing, not an idea of something, but focus a little more. Like, so I am constantly evolving my spell work and magic. And I love to do, especially around the new moon, I'll do like honey jars. Like, I've had a honey jar for a while now. And I think Samhain will be when I redo my honey jar. And so I will empty it and refill it. So my question to you guys, while I got you here, and this is almost done, is that something that you want me to add to this channel? Like, would you like to see some of my workings and what I'm doing on the witchy side? Are you interested in stuff like that? Are you interested in crystals? I love crystals. I watch Julia on Rock My Tarot, and like, she's just as enthusiastic as me. Matter of fact, she was showing off her fluorites, and all I could think of, like, I have a fluorite baby too. My fluorite tower, you guys, and you can see right through the top. Can you see? Oh, you can't really. My light's not good enough right now. But I have this baby sitting on my desk, and my howlite, which is, oh, I love me some howlite, y'all. Anyway, do you guys like stuff like that? Do y'all want to hear about that? Do you want to see some of my artwork and like what I'm doing there? Yeah, give me some ideas. Like, I'm still evolving in this channel, which is why I did the 30 decks 30 days. I just wanted to get out there and really start creating that content for my page. I love the tarot. I love oracles. I love doing readings and spreads. Do you guys like spreads? I love to do spreads. And I love to share them. I create them myself. I find them from others. I often take some of my tarot books that I have, not only the ones that I've bought, but the ones that come with some of my decks. And I like to go through the spreads that that they use and kind of test those out and see how I like them. So let me know your thoughts. What are your ideas? Is there something in particular that you want me to share? Because I'm open to do whatever. It's my channel. I can do whatever. So yeah, I would love to hear from you. But today, I want to do the Fairy Lights Tarot because it feels like that. It's got that magic in it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there are these little, it's so hard to see, y'all. My lighting has been terrible these past couple of days. I do apologize. These little lights, the actual lights within them, like, I don't know what it is about it that makes it seem so magical. But when it comes to most magical decks, this is one of my top, I feel. There's so much in it. Look at this. It's so hard to see. I feel like it doesn't want to focus on the faces and stuff. Maybe if I hide mine? I don't know. But it's vivid. Now, I've actually gone through this whole deck and found the pairs, because there's a pair of artwork. No, there is a continuation of what's going on in each of these. It's like cut from a bigger picture, right? So there's one picture, it's cut into different cards throughout the deck. So interesting. I did put them in order. However, before I did a video, because that's why I put them in order, I was like, I would love to do a video kind of going through what's going on in the two, maybe find any significance between the two cards. And then I shuffled them. And I was like, oh no! That's okay. Oh, is this one? Yes! Woo! Alright. So you see, we have here the continuation. So we have our High Priestess. Let me see if I can get them to touch without being weird. There we go. The High Priestess reading her book here. And then the Seven of Wands creating this magic here. Isn't that neat? So I have gone through and I've matched them all up. It's beautiful. But anyway, this does feel like a super magical deck in general because it's very non-traditional. It's just super intuitive. It's super intuitive. I love it. So I'm going to use that for today. I might even use this for my spreads, my full moon, my new moon spreads tonight. Oh, shit. This is what happens when you just start getting excited and talking. Let me go and catch half my deck up on the floor. I am back. I've grabbed all these cards. And I'm ready to pull for us today. Let's see. I like this. This. Oh. The Knight of Wands. It's kind of hard to see. But we have our knight here. On this beautiful sea creature. And with this energy, I feel like there's exploration. It's almost as if, how do I describe it? It's almost like we're being presented with this cave. And we have one of two options. We can go in and find what we're looking for. Or we can walk away because we're too scared to explore it. And this knight feels like he's bringing in this courage. He feels like he's bringing in a guidance, really. Like, if you're too scared to do it alone, I'll come with you. We have to go in. You know, you see these fairy tales and read these stories where the brave knight or brave person is faced with something terrifying and they have to make that choice. And so many are like, I have to do what's right and I have to go inside. And I feel like that's where it wants us to go. Don't be afraid to try right now. And I like that it's with this new moon energy. It's all about manifesting. If you're scared, manifest your courage. Ask for that. Light a candle. Do a working, do a spread on it. How can you be more courageous? Find the courage to go into the cave. This doesn't have to be anything deep and dark, although I feel for some of us it's going to be maybe going into ourselves and trying to figure out what we want. But for others, I feel like this may be just trying out your own magic, right? Like trying to accomplish something. Do you have it in you? Well, I don't bother doing it. You know, I don't really know if I believe in that. You can't find out unless you try. You can't experience a ritual unless you're a part of it, unless you do it. You can't know how something tastes unless you put it in your mouth. You know what I mean? That sounded a little... Okay, sorry. That's not what I meant, if you took it that way. My mind went there as soon as I said it. I was like, that sounds terrible. But hey, you take it like you want. It's true. You don't know unless you try, right? You don't know. But you know what I mean. Aside from that, you know what I mean? So many people are not creative because they don't feel like they can be. But you have to try. You have to try. You know, I used to talk to a lady that went to school with me when I first started college. I was in performing arts, and she was 65 years old. She was a beautiful woman. She was an artist. She made these amazing masks out of like found objects. They were gorgeous. Her name was Gail, matter of fact. And, you know, I'm right out of high school. I'm like 19 years old. And I started working with Gail in the costume shop. She was also an amazing seamstress. And I was like, what made you come into this, Gail? And she's like, I just feel like you're never too old to try. You're never too old to start something new. And why not follow your passion when you have the time? And I was just like, that made a really big impact on me as a 19-year-old kid, you know, seeing and adoring this woman who was 6 times my age almost, running around a studio, going to acting classes and directing classes and running a costume shop at a college. Like, she was the epitome of, you can never give up. There's no point. If you can't believe in yourself enough to try, like, what are you gonna miss out on? And Gail had that lesson for me, and I've seen it happen over and over again. And I think that's because I allowed myself to see it and be inspired by it. So it's like I've drawn in these chances to see it. There was a girl that I knew, her grandfather took up dancing. He was 72, and he started taking a dance class. You know, it's never too late. People are like, I'm too old, or I can't, maybe you can't move right. I can't move. I can't do yoga. I can't dance. I can't do whatever. You certainly can. There is always a way. If you can't get up and do yoga because you hurt in different ways, there's chair yoga. There's yoga nidra, which is like a form of meditation where you get different pieces of your body, you know, feeling them out, and this, that, and the other. You start there and you move on and you move on and you move on until your body gets used to moving a certain way. You know, I'm real big on that. My friend really loves to do yoga with me, but her knees bother her a lot. And she's like, I just feel like I can't. Like, I'll do it and I'll feel so great when I'm done. She's like, but then I get down in my knees and then I feel like I can't do anything and I don't want to damage. And I was like, girl, let's do some chair yoga. So that's what I'm working on right now, is getting us a little routine where I will pull out a chair and we will do everything from the chair, and we can still move. I can still help in whatever way I can, because you shouldn't give up just because you have a limitation. Just try something. That's so important. And I'm guilty for it. I can't say that I never do it. I'm like, I just can't. No, I can't anymore. I had a really bad tear in the labrum of my hip. And I suffered with it, I'm not exaggerating, for 5 years. The only relief that I had was when I got pregnant, because my joints were like uber lubricated. So it didn't really bother me. But when I had Lennon, 2 weeks later, getting up and down in a very tall bed, I damaged it again, and then there was no more extra fluid in my joints. So it was awful. I could barely stand up and hold Lennon for more than a minute without being in excruciating pain. I could not walk around for longer than 5 minutes without being in terrible pain. So I sat a lot. And before that, I was running. I was enjoying my life. You know what I mean? And that damage really hindered me. And then, of course, life happened. I got in a dark place. I'll describe that later. I'm already 20 minutes. Good Lord. The point is, I was a titty baby about it. Bottom line, I just felt sorry for myself and was like, I can't. We all learned those lessons, though. It served me because I learned that just because I can't move my body like I did doesn't mean I can't move my body. Now, this is not just about our bodies. This is about the block in our mind. But that's my example to you. It's so easy to say that because so many of us put limitations on our bodies because we think that we can't move because we're hurt or we have something, I don't want to say some sort of disability, but you know what I mean, like some sort of physical challenge that we feel like we can't overcome. But there's always a way. If you want to do something, do it. Please do it. And if you don't know how, if you have an idea and you don't know how, message me, contact me, we'll figure something out. Like, that's what I'm here for, you guys. That's what I love to do. That's the whole point of where I am right now, which is why I love being able to talk to whoever I can and just be like, don't limit yourself. Don't put limitations where there shouldn't be any. You move the way that you move. You think the way that you think. Just let it be. I'm sorry. That was a crazy long ramble. To just say, get on out there and do what you need to do. Go in the cave. Go in the cave. Let's light the way for each other. Grab our hands and go, you know? My grandpa used to say, that's a lot of shit for a dime. You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm sorry I rambled on. I get so passionate about stuff like that. I could probably talk another 20 minutes about this situation. And I think it applies in everyday life because one day I'll be like super gung-ho about something and then the next day I'm like, yeah, I guess I can. I don't know if anyone. You know what I mean? We freaking can. Sometimes we just need somebody to tell us that. Sometimes we just need somebody to be like, let's just do it together. Let's just hold each other accountable. Be like, how's it going today? Let's do it. Or I'm going right now. I'm doing this right now. I got my drawing pad out. I'm drawing something right now. Take it out and draw something with me. You know what I mean? We can do what we want to do. We can try the things that we want to try. Just start small and do it. Can you see that this hypes me up? I'm sorry. Anyway, maybe we'll talk more on that later. I love you guys. And I'm honored for everyone new coming in. Thank you for being here and listening to me ramble. I will be back tomorrow, day 29. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.